Fanny, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Fanny with TSA NFT Incubator, and I'm the host for today. Welcome to Digital 2020 Boom into Web3 social events and a new way of Web3 podcasts through Clubhouse, Connect Club, live on Voxels, and YouTube by Zoom. So for those attendees in Voxels, please check the message on chat and join the link to our Clubhouse where you can have more chat ability. We will be taking a Q&A at 11:45 a.m. today. The live stream will be starting very soon. Please click on the big screen on Voxels to watch the YouTube live stream for today's topic. You will need to click on the screen in order for it to play. The link to watch YouTube live stream is www.icashrewards.ca. You can post your questions on the Discord Digital 2020 channel. For those attendees at Clubhouse, please help share the room and pin your friends to join. We are booming into Web3 social, so we would need everyone to take action and to share. To our distinguished speakers, Kafi and Vessy Mink, please write your sweet comments when you share the room and retweet the Clubhouse link to promote your speech today. The live stream is starting soon, so please click the pin link, www.icashrewards.ca, to watch the live stream on YouTube. You can also watch it on Connect Club or access our Voxels metaverse to watch on site. And then you can visit the Digital 2020 exhibition hall. You only need to sign in with your Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and or Reddit account. So again, please check the download link on the pin link on the top. For those attendees in Connect Club, thanks for watching the broadcast. This room is for viewing only, so we won't be inviting you up to speak. The Q&A session will start at 11:45 a.m., so please click Get Agenda for you to access all the event information. Click to post questions on Discord while you are on Connect Club. If you would like to visit the Digital 2020 main venue, watch the YouTube live stream, or visit the exhibition hall at Metaverse, please click Access Digital One Island. So the Digital 2020 Boom into Web3 Social is our third annual event since 2020. It began on June 3rd and will be ending on July 3rd. It is co-hosted by TSA NFT Incubator and Metaverse Generation. It is sponsored by Connect Club, Blockchain Impact, Digital One Asset, iCash Rewards, and more. And we are co-organized by the Pitch Club, the NFT Meetup, Atom, Extinct, Kafi, Vessy, Nuala, and more. This is a month-long event designed to help companies understand all the intricacies of successfully leveraging the metaverse and collaborating in the digital world. We have keynotes, case studies, strategy sessions, and networking opportunities. The Digital 2020 event is held at the TSA NFT Incubator building on Voxels, Clubhouse, and Connect Club, and live streamed on YouTube. If you have any questions during the event, the TSA NFT team of myself and Cecilia will be on site to help you. So feel free to connect with us. Now I would like to share our agenda for today. We will be having 3 speakers to share the topics from about 10:15 to 11:30, followed by a 10-minute Q&A session. We will end with our featured music and a mini fashion show by 12 p.m. As a disclaimer, please note that crypto is risky. This event is strictly for educational purpose and not investment advice or solicitation to buy or sell assets, or to make any financial decisions. So please do your own research and talk to your financial advisors. So our first speaker will be on Zoom very soon, and our other 2 speakers will be joining us later. And if you are a speaker on Zoom, please wear your headset so that we can avoid echoes. The first speaker we have today is our founder, Mink from TSA NFT Incubator. She will share her topic, Go-to-Market Journey number 8, NFTs in your wallet, with us today. So to give a background on Min, she is a visionary leader, an MBA, a creative thinker, and a seasoned professional with a proven track record of developing multinational brands that connect China with the West. Min has over 20 years of experience in business development, strategic partnerships, mergers and acquisitions, corporate restructuring, and investment management. and over 5 years experience in leading business developments in blockchain, in DeFi, and NFTs. Min is the founder of TSA NFT Incubator. Her investments in education comes from her high-profile CEO training class from London Business School, Columbia Business School, and International Management Development in Switzerland. Now she is building a Web3 metaverse training center at Voxels, Sandbox, Division, and more, together with communities. So Min, we would like to welcome you to the stage to begin your speech.
Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Fanny. Yes. Hello, everyone. This is Mink from Canada and the founder of TSA NFT Incubator. Very welcome you to join us today, Digital 2020, Boom into Web3 podcast. And my topic today is NFT in your wallet. So, NFT in your wallet, the two keywords here. One is NFT, another one is wallet. So let's take a look at, as usual, some very good news for this week. Okay, so here I would like to share with you, and here it's our day 15. We got a very big screen in front of you. And yesterday, some of our followers just mentioned to me, we need a big screen. So now today we got a big screen for you. So go to Voxels and click on day 15. You will see, you can be able to watch live stream for today. Okay, so without further ado, let us look at the current market, NFT in your wallet. So one of the largest NFT project, POAP, they're just partnered with another leading musician industry corporation to launch their first musician-based collaboration NFT. So look at when you have a chance, just Google it and you will be able to watch this news. This is for NFT and maybe it's good for NFT collectibles. And this is a very interesting news to learn. And wallet. So another big news here, it's a Bitcoin-based ETF, and it's a reverse ETF. So when you have a chance, Google it. We have one song called Google It. So Google it because this is a not very normal ETF. It's a short Bitcoin ETF. It's going to launch in US. And in Canada, we already have this type of ETF. And in US, and you have to make sure because the short Bitcoin ETF launched in your wallet, and even though it's centralized, but it will bring lots of risky in the market. So we have another song called Crypto is Risky. Okay, so without further ado, let us look at basic stuff about NFT and the wallet. Very important thing is what type of wallet you would like to choose from. Because in this market, you have different type of wallet, cold wallet, hot wallet, and semi-tized wallet, right? So today, I just would like to share with you some basic wallet, and you should learn from that. So here, this is our training class material, and I just used part of them to share with you about the wallet part. And you can see here is the top 10 best browser crypto wallet because we are using desktop very often, and they also have a mobile compatible wallet as well, right? So for the wallet, browser extensions, you know, MetaMask, Coinbase, Balance, and GameStop as well. And browsers with built-in wallets, Brave and Opera, and some other wallet services, you can connect to 100 wallets like a Wallet Collect, right? So now we are not going to go over all those pros and cons for each of this wallet. I would like to share with you the most popular and the best overall browser wallet available today. So as you know, number one is a MetaMask. Number two is a wallet collect. So those two you need to remember, is especially for those beginners. If you would like to learn more, you can come to our tswap.live, and we have a TSA meta class training material from very beginning to the end, including wallet, NFT, swap, staking, and more. So you will learn a lot of information about DeFi, metaverse, and so on. So this for wallet. And next is NFT. In your wallet, what type of NFT you should collect, you should buy? And that's a very important thing, right? Especially in this bear market. And you need to decide, you want to collect NFT for collection purpose, for value purpose, for appreciation purpose, or you want to buy, to hold this NFT for utility purpose. So we are coming to our voxels. Here you can see piano, you can see wearables, you can see table, desk, cruise, and bridge. We have new bridge just built, connecting our building to our cruise. And we have level 1 to level 5, different NFTs in different levels. So you need to think about, when you go to exhibition hall, NFT exhibition hall, go to attend NFT event, and you want to buy, collect NFT, or you want to buy NFT for utility purpose. So here we have NFT. I would like to use our NFT to give example. Some NFT has very strong utility behind, because they're supporting you to learn DeFi, learn metaverse. And over here, there are over 200 different type of NFTs coming from different creators, emerging artists, and well-known artists, and also from voxel-based wearables, voxel art, even including those very simple stuff. For instance, very simple hat and shoes. The shoes from Extinct and our friend Brooke, right? All those shoes, all those wearables are NFTs. They have utility. What type of utility behind? First, talk to those creator. For instance, shoes, you can talk to Brooke, you can talk to Extinct. What's the utility behind your shoes? Am I going to learn something how to make the shoes if I buy your shoes, right? And can I have these shoes access to your VIP event? Can I have your red pants access to your special event? So a lot of utility behind those NFTs. And as you know, making those beautiful shoes, wearables, and it takes time. Creator has to design first, think about first, and then spend hours to create it, right? They have to learn voxel art. So they put their heart into their creation. So they might have a utility behind. So recommend you to talk to each creator in this TSA NFT exhibition hall and find out their utility. That's number one. And number two, we have POAP. Everybody knows we have POAP. So POAP is kind of a member ticket. It's a kind of your entrance to get access to certain event or to certain kind of activities involved in these communities. So for instance, the POAP invented by or created by Digital 2020. If you have this POAP, you will be able to access at least the current free class during the event. And we're gonna have upcoming exhibition hall, and certain room is only allow those POAP VIP to access to it, because you are entitled to get a benefit from us. You are loyalty members. So as a POAP holders, what's the utility behind this? I'm going to tell you, you could able to access all event held by Digital 2020 in voxels, in Connect Club, the number one. Number two, you will continually receiving our airdrop from our partners and also from TSA MTs. And more, you will be able to access to our DeFi ecosystem to learn swap staking. Yesterday, you learned a little bit, but still a lot of deeper knowledge you need to learn deeper and deeper. And stay with us. You will be able to start your DeFi journey and the metaverse journey together with the TSA NFT Incubator and Digital 2020. So this is what we are talking about: NFT for collection value, NFT for utility. In this bear market, when you buy NFT, you really need to think about, because not many NFTs like POAPs, like NFT, right? So all those NFTs are very lucky. They have a big community. They have a big investor to support them. So those NFT have secondary market, third market, whatever. And when you look at new NFT, don't expect members from NFT to buy your NFT. So that's very important. And you need to think about if this NFT will be your daily uses, or this NFT can help you to move to the certain level which you are looking for. So our NFT, our NFT from TSA NFT Incubator is for education purpose. Once you hold NFT from TSA NFT Incubator, including POAP, including Penguin, including Norse mythology, including even those world well-known artists collaboration with us, such as Caojing CGAI gift card. This all for education purpose. Not very expensive, but it's enough for you to start your journey with us to learn DeFi and metaverse. Because when you are here, you could also bring your kids, bring your children to come over here to learn 2D, 3D, and voxel art and more. And this is for NFT in your wallet. Make a right decision to choose right NFT for your collection, connectable value, or utility purpose. So this is for NFT. And another thing I would like to share is here, and a new link, another link here. It's how to, right? So for beginner, yesterday we are talking about, and in your wallet, make sure those are very important wallet, and adding those blockchain to your wallet, and make sure don't share those CFAs and the password with your with long parties you don't know, and don't share anything with them. On the keep in your pocket, keep in your wallet. So one of our friends lost was hacked, and then you have to redo everything, right? So make sure if you have antivirus or some kind of one more layer protection, and you can open our wallet through there. Yeah, so like us, we always open the information through the new layer of protection screen. Okay. Today, another thing I would like to share with you is TSA. So yesterday we shared, you use a TSA to swap, and you get BNB, right? So today I would like to share a little bit with you. In your wallet, very important thing, you need to have ETH and Matic, right? And how can you get Matic from our ecosystem? And if you are POAP users, members, Penguin holders, and you can stake those penguins, stake those NFTs, and to our ecosystem to earn TISA. So what's the TISA? TSA, it is a loyalty token. We are not like ETH is money, right? So we are positioned TSA as a loyalty token. So our loyalty token is powered by blockchain. It's on several different blockchain. We are on Balance Smart Chain. This is where we started our business last year. And we run very well and we made good money. Yeah. So next one, it's Ethereum network. So TSA also on Uniswap. And another one very important is TSA is on QuickSwap. So what's a QuickSwap? QuickSwap is based on Polygon. So it's the largest DeFi dApp for Polygon users. So if you have TSA, then you will be able to swap Matic. So Matic is very useful. You can use for OpenSea everywhere, right? And it's a layer 2. So that's why we are on layer 2 Polygon. Yeah, and you click swap on QuickSwap on Polygon, and click and see here, TSA is here, right? So if you have TSA from Balance Smart Chain, yesterday we talked about how to use cross-chain to move around your cryptos, right? So move around Matic from Ethereum network to Polygon. And now I teach you how to move TSA from Balance Smart Chain to Polygon. Yesterday we talked about different cross-chain, and I for sure some of you already made notes. If you would like to learn more, and you can replay, right? Replay the our YouTube, yeah. So here you see the Matic and TISA, right? So, and you can see here, you click one Matic and one Matic here, one here, and we'll count, you will get 1,298 TISA. And you can switch it, and 1,300 TISA, you get one Matic, right? So we are on this blockchain, we are just start early this year, and we're looking for liquid partner to work with us. This is the dApp, it's a DeFi, but this is for you, for TSA loyalty users. If you are our Penguin holder, if you are our POAP holder, then you will be benefit. You are earning TSA because all those NFTs, they have utility and you can stake. And one of our moderator, Kafi, right? So you have a TSA on your Balance Smart Chain, and you can play around. You can change a little bit TISA to Polygon and get Matic. And Matic you can use for OpenSea everywhere because you are a loyalty user. So that's why you got a TSA. And you will get a TSA as a loyalty points continuing through this staking pool, because every day, every week, you will see your TSA loyalty token is increasing in your wallet. And you use TSA to buy, and you use Matic to buy NFT. We have upcoming new NFT music album is coming. It's priced based on Matic, right? So if you are our users, if you are our loyalty users, members, you get a TSA, you can exchange Matic, and then you use Matic to buy music album. And the music album also have a very strong utility behind. So this is for today's topic, NFT in your wallet. Find proper wallet and start your journey in DeFi. And for NFT, because it's bear market, make your own research and pick the NFT either for collectible purpose or for NFT for utility. And pick one dApp. At least the dApp can help you go through all those educational information in DeFi, in metaverse, and then you will learn something. It is called learn to earn. So if you are interested in joining Digital 2020 ecosystem, TSA NFT incubator ecosystem, let us learn to earn and earn to grow. Okay, so thank you everyone. This is today's my topic, go to the market journey and NFT in your wallet. I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow, and tomorrow I will have another great topic to share with you, and stay with us. Thank you. This is Mink from TSA NFT Incubator, and we're going to welcome next two speakers to join us, and they're gonna deliver another two very, very interesting topic. And as Fanny just mentioned about no time to lose and a Web3 journey. So let us welcome Kafi and Vessy to join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Min. Thank you for sharing such insightful and useful information for those of us that are new to this NFT metaverse world, talking about the POAPs and showing us how all these things work. So join us every day, and Min will be sharing more of her insights. We have Vessy coming on, and we will be having Kafi coming on. I'm just waiting for her to come on. Those are our next two speakers, and they have been with us this whole month, have been wonderful as hosts and moderators. Today, they're giving a little bit of a break and let them share their story instead. So just wait for Kafi, but Min mentioned about the POAP earlier, and I just want to go over a little bit about it. POAP stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. They're very popular to be used in the virtual event as a unique NFT badge. It's often given to attendees to prove that they've attended this event. It's a new way for us to organize and engage and interact with our community, and allows you to join additional activities on the POAP platform, such as community polls, raffles, and even a POAP leadership board. You can compare a POAP NFT to a collection of concert tickets, except that they are digital and they're secured by the blockchain technology, and you can keep them as a record of your Web3 journey forever. So, all right, I'm gonna welcome our next speaker. Her name is Kafi Vessy. If you've been with us this whole month, you will probably have already seen her. She's a wonderful host and moderator. And also we have Vessy here as well, which she will be sharing her Web3 journey with us after Kafi's gonna do her speech on no time to lose, don't hesitate. And I'm gonna let her tell you what that word means, because I don't know yet. So welcome Kafi and Vessy.
Thank you so much, Fanny.
Thank you, Fanny. I have a little introduction because I'm hosting Kafi and Kafi's hosting me, but actually I kind of want Fanny to host because she's so good that I kind of wish that she would just host us. What do you think, Fanny?
We're gonna host each other because we have parameters and we have our special questions that were gifted to us. But we're gonna leave some time for Fanny to ask us some questions at the end of our interview that we prepared.
I'm gonna be taking notes this time, and you'll get some new questions.
We love you, Fanny. We love you. We love you, Fanny.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this platform for you too. So enjoy, and I'm gonna turn my camera off, so we'll be focusing just on you.
I don't want you to leave. I don't think
I'll be here.
But okay.
I'll be here.
Okay.
I'll be here. Okay.
Thank you, Fanny. Thank you, Min. Hi. Today, my name is Vessy Mink, and I want to introduce a very amazing artist that I have had the pleasure to get to know this past year. I'm not going to make it seem as so, because I want it to be really very elegant. And so in web booming into podcasting, as we're learning today on day 15 of the actual podcast, I've learned a lot. So thank you to TSA NFT incubator, and the platform. Born in Boston, Massachusetts, and raised in the Berkshires, Kafi became involved in theater as a child, traveling internationally in a theater group. She began traveling and training in choral, singing at the age of 8, and continued to perform in choirs internationally, with one tour in southern France in 1995 and another in Hungary in 2000. She began her photography studies with fine art photographer Joseph Hyde of Baltimore, MD, in 2001, and was mentored by former Professor Hilton Brathwaite, who said of her work, quote unquote, Kafi has the ability to capture, organize, and translate with deep visual expression. Kafi has spent over a decade as an emerging artist in the local Baltimore MD art scene and has been involved with MICA, Maryland College of Arts, as a community artist in its curatorial practice program. In 2001, she began working out of a studio in the Load of Fun building and art collective, and shortly thereafter became the event manager and gallery curator. In 2012, as Ms. D'Ambrosi became more involved in the art scene, she became the first African-American woman to open a solo photography studio in the Station North's Art District, featuring local artist works, artist talks, and community events. In 2017, through her work with the Monument Quilt supporting survivors of sexual and domestic violence, Kafi became the director for the Extant Arts Festival, a day-long survivor-centered and survivor-led arts festival celebrating how people continue to exist, survive, and thrive. Ms. D'Ambrosi has been featured as the artist for the African American Heritage Festival at the Walters Art Museum and has participated in group and solo shows at the Reginald F. Lewis Museum, the U.B. Blake National Jazz and Cultural Center, the James E. Lewis Museum of Art, and various galleries in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Ms. D'Ambrosi's art practice includes photography, performance art, theater, poetry, speaking, writing, curating, and acting as an art festival director. Kafi D'Ambrosi began her journey into the cryptocurrency as a curiosity, learning about Bitcoin and investing in 2019. Her interest in NFTs after being introduced to it by friends in 2021. Kafi entered the metaverse space in 2022, being onboarded as an artist, and quickly became involved in training and onboarding artists herself to the Tezos platform. Her Genesis collection was minted in March 2022 on Object, that's OBJKT. She dived into the deep and began participating in Metaverse Generation events, that's hashtag Metaverse Generation events, as a moderator and host. She continues to work on her consulting business, her entrepreneurial pursuits, photography, GAN art, NFT art, writing, and holding space for survivors. Kafi is mother to a young emerging digital artist and author known as Fin Decipher, who is also her greatest work of art. And now I would like to give the microphone to the incomparable Kafi D'Ambrosi. We are so glad you're here, and welcome to Boom into Web3 Social Digital 2020.
Thank you so much. I want to thank number one, you, Vessy, for holding space with me and being my interviewer. I appreciate it so much. I want to thank BK Han for unknowingly allowing me to train on his Tezos training platform. And most of all, I want to thank Min Kwan so much for allowing us to hold space with her and really discover and learn as we're simultaneously promoting the platform. I'm very excited about the platform, even more excited than when we started. And even as I was researching side by side, I realized, wait a minute, why am I researching DeFi? I have everything I need in front of me. I have the person I trust. I have all the education. I have the videos. And so just to realize, wait a minute, I have everything I need to really dive deep into the things that I'm lacking in terms of the metaverse. I'm able to dig into the things that I know and learn the things that I don't know. So I'm really excited to be involved in TSA NFT platform. I'm excited to be here today too.
Welcome, welcome, Kafi in the house. So your topic today, Kafi, is no time to lose. And I think that there's a word that's been coined. Could you speak more about that, please?
So one of my struggles, you might say, as an artist is, in the professional world, I have my strengths. As an artist, at times, I have a lot of weaknesses in terms of my emotional management, as we say in our team, in terms of being insecure, showing my art, releasing my art, because a lot of times our art is attached to our heart, it's attached to our soul, it's attached to our vision. And so we have a stronger emotional attachment, and we don't necessarily see it as our professional side or our business side. So there's difficulty detaching from our art. And so as I begin this journey, I started this journey over a year ago. A friend of mine named Kane Mayfield said, hey, let's talk about this thing called the NFTs. And my entrance to barrier was the fees. I could not afford the gas fees. We're in COVID, my family had downsized. And so we were in survival mode, but I still was interested, you know, how can I get into NFTs? How can I start? So when you're in survival mode, food, gas, medicine, roof, car, but still not the impulse, but the drive. I am an artist. I must create art in this burning desire to enter into the NFT. I said, how can I get to this place? And I had a mentor and I said, you know, should I sell t-shirts to launch my business that I'm about to launch? And he said, you know what? You need to burn all of the bridges so you have no more options. And I had a therapist who said, you know what, you need to sit in that chair and just do all the work that you can do. And so all of a sudden, one day I said, you know what, I'm going to call my friend, Miss Queen Earth, and I'm going to set up my appointment I'm digging in. I'm going into NFTs on Monday. I'm doing it. So I went to look her up, and lo and behold, there was a talk with Kane Mayfield, a DJ friend of mine, and Queen Earth, all people from Baltimore, Maryland, Baltimore MD, as you said, Baltimore, Maryland. So I listened to the talk. I invited other people. I got really excited about it. I finally understood. I scheduled a one-on-one call with Queen. I said, how can I get into this? I'm ready. I've burned all my bridges. I have nothing to do but create, right? I started on a Wednesday, so I had a one-on-one call. I went to a lunch and learn in a Tezos room. I learned quickly, and because of my background in teaching, I learned on a Wednesday, and on Friday I was supporting Queen in the Tezos room, onboarding other artists, just because of my background in teaching and training around the world. And so I was all in. And so I started creating for the first time in years. I was creating, I was editing, I was making collections. And then I started hesmintating. That was the thing. The thing Queen kept telling me to do was just mint it, just do your first mint. It was the thing that we continued to tell new NFT artists, just do your first mint. Just get it off your chest. You don't have to list it, just do your first mint. I finally did my first mint. It took me about a month to do my first Genesis collection in March from the time I began in this space. And from that point on, I have about 10 collections. And so talking with BK Han, he said, what is the problem? I said, I keep hesmintating. And so that was our coin phrase. I believe he minted it for me. And so that is the thing, even though it's a bear market, one of the things that all artists who are in this space are really excited about is it's a perfect time to continue to create. It's a perfect time to continue to educate ourselves in what the metaverse is. It's a perfect time to learn about DeFi, or learn about what swapping is, right? Because we're still in the early stages. And so where a lot of people feel negative, and it is discouraging for some people, but always in a bear market, what I feel is it is a perfect time for those who are fully engaged and are fully invested in the long-term prospects of what the thing is, right? And so for me, I chose a topic, which is my biggest struggle, right? And so really, the topic I chose is a topic I'm speaking to myself, right? A topic that's my weakness. So what did I have to do today? I had to mint. So this morning, while I was working with our team and talking with everyone today, as I was chatting with everyone today and hoping to support everyone today, I was minting a project that I did in February called I Love You, Black Woman on Object. I started also preparing another collection to be minted on OpenSea. It is called She Touches Keys. It hasn't been minted yet because I was doing other things, but I said, you know what, if I'm gonna speak about it, I have to be about it. And so I've prepared my collection for OpenSea to be minted today called She Touches Keys. It is the inspiration was an Asian woman who was internationally renowned piano player, but it's set in ancient China. And so it is a collection of Gan art, beautiful Gan art set in the mountains and by rivers and historical geographical locations throughout China. And so that's what I did today. I minted today.
Congratulations, Kafi.
Thank you.
That is so beautiful. Everything you shared is so beautiful. And I can't wait to own your NFT and support you in that way. You know, I have a question. When you speak, I kind of already know who Kafi D'Ambrosi is.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to hear who Kafi D'Ambrosi is from Kafi D'Ambrosi.
One thing I tell people, I'm easy to fall in love with, but I'm not easy to love. And there's also a phrase, I think it's a meme. It says, the thing about an artist is like, we will love you to the root of your curl, right? And so the very thing about artists is the very thing that allows us to have a vision, that allows us to be sensitive to light and images, movement, that allows us to create visionary motions, hear sounds, create music in our head, also allows a lot of dark or shadow things into us, right? And so the constant struggle is the struggle of our mind, right? The struggle of dark and light, right? And so what comes with that is extremes. So it's either, I would say I'm a very passionate person, right? I remember speaking with a friend of mine, my worker who did my studio in Station North, and we had a raging discussion about shades of white. And I knew to my core that I was an artist because we had 35 shades of white. You know, I was naming the whites like sign, the $4,000 check white that had to be on the ceiling reflecting, you know, let's capture the light white, you know. So we're very passionate about small things. We can be detached from big things. Some of this comes from trauma. I believe that compassion makes the difference, you know, compassion for ourselves. What else about me? I came to learn that I was an artist late in life. And you attract who you are, right? You attract who you are, or you're attracted to who you want to be like. And I realized in my personal life, I loved artists. And then one day I realized, oh no, I am an artist. I don't have to date artists. I am an artist. And it took a trauma. And my boyfriend at the time noticed that I was struggling with life. And he said, you know what, you need to make some art. And he handed me a Nikon camera in 1998, 99. It was 20 years old. And he said, you need to make some art. And that is how I began my photography career, through trauma and healing. And that is what saved me.
So you're your own hero, and that's how it should be.
Yes. Yes.
And you define to me, Kafi, elegance and intelligence. And since I've known you at first that I met you in Queen's Lunch and Learn Room, because I remember that day very well, I was thinking, who is this speaker? Immediately, who is this? You know, I want to know who that is, because your tone is resilient and it's real, and you are a great artist. And gosh, you should be the new director of Women Made Gallery. The gallery my mom started, they're looking for somebody. But anyway, that's in Chicago. So, but I just want to say you're amazing. Can
I'm
we
trying
open
to
it up?
get into the gallery.
All right, that will happen. That will happen. And so if we could open it up for any questions right now before we talk about the takeaway, that would be absolutely perfect. What do you think?
I think, did we go through everything? Did we go through our list?
So
yeah, the takeaway would be, I believe the takeaway would be to any new artist is to be easy on yourself. The takeaway is to be easy on yourself. The takeaway is it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because perfectionism and procrastination are two sides of the same coin, right? Two sides of the same coin. We're either perfectionists or we're procrastinating. And if you're easy with yourself, give yourself grace and forgiveness, you can let go of both sides. You can let go of that coin, procrastination and perfectionism, right? And be easy with yourself and just do it. Just dive into the pond, right? And just enjoy the ride. The ride is quick. So make sure you self-care, take time out, and be about the art, right? Be about community, but also preserve yourself, right? Let everything that's unnecessary, let go of anything that is unnecessary to you. That is the takeaway.
perfect. I would like to open the floor, and we're going to come back to you, Kafi, because I'm not done with you. I just wanted to open the floor for any questions that anyone might have. We have Fanny here.
Yes,
I would love to open the...
And I think we started early because I announced that the talk would start at 1:45.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay.
They
No
can always
worries.
rewatch this because we have it
That's
online.
right. I'm excited.
First of all, I want to say that you were so brave, and now I understand what Hesmintate means. And I'm like, wow. You know, you said it took you 1 month to mint your Genesis collection, and now you have over 10 collections, and you have 2 more collections coming up. I think that's amazing. And it all started in 2022 when you first minted, right?
It started, yes. I entered the space at the end of January. Right at the beginning of February, I started like on a Monday, listening to a talk about NFTs. On a Tuesday, I had a one-on-one. On a Wednesday, I did a lunch and learn. And on Friday, I was in a room supporting, helping, onboarding people. And then the following week, I was full-time, 3 days a week, onboarding people every other week, about 10 to 15 hours a week onboarding every other week.
I think it's amazing how it just goes so fast once you get on board. And it's like, and there's so much support. And what I love about this online community is that it doesn't matter where you are. You can like...
It doesn't matter. And the thing about this community is it allows you to bring all of your skills. It allows you to bring all of your skills. A lot of jobs will say, we only want this specific skill. We only want you to type, deliver mail, and, get coffee. Another job will say, we want you to speak Spanish, process insurance, and, and deliver supplies, so you're allowed to bring all of your experience. You're allowed to learn about the metaverse, and then you're allowed to actually calculate that as experience, right? And so you're allowed to leverage yourself and continue to be a learner at the same time. I'm allowed to be a beginner and an intermediate at the same time.
Yeah. And honestly, the only barrier is yourself.
Right.
Yeah. I thought that was
No
really
barrier.
perfect. I thought that was really perfect how you, this word actually should be one of Vessy's songs, to be honest. It's
Okay, add it to the list, Fanny. Add it to the list.
she is making 100 songs, so you know we can take all the things that we can.
Talk about getting motivated with artists like Kafi and you, Fanny. I know you're an artist. We haven't heard your story yet. Gosh, how I would love to have you as a speaker. What do you think, Kafi, to have Fanny as a guest for the next round of Digital 2020 Boom into Web3? Now it'll be Web 4, Web 5.
I think we need Fanny. I think we need a lot of the TSA people, because the TSA support staff is genius. I've never seen such a great staff work together seamlessly, supportive, knowledgeable, gifted. It's been fantastic watching them work, learning from them. I've learned so much, continue to learn every day. And I'm able to iron out my old skills myself. So it's been an amazing experience learning every single day from Min. I'm really enjoying it, and iron sharpens iron. So I hope to be better every single day.
It's getting better all the time. Better. Hey, you guys, is there anyone in Clubhouse that has a question for this goddess? I'm listening. Anyone there? Clubhouse? We have a whole bunch of people in there. I hear, is that sorry? Is that sorry?
Oh, it's Nula.
Hi, Nula. You're very quiet for Audible for me. If you could just be especially loud right now.
Let me go to Clubhouse to see if I can read any questions.
Oh, perfect. That's perfect. We can hear you. That's perfect. Go ahead, Nula, darling. Go ahead, hun.
I'm just wondering, Kafi, no, this isn't too intrusive, but do you think you would be the same kind of artist? You would express your art the same way if you hadn't gone through all the things you've been through?
Great question, Nula.
So would I be the same kind of artist? No, right? No. So with my own personal experiences, the experience of holding space with other people, no, because in my own personal life, when I've gone through hardship, when I have gone through hardships or trauma, I have made life statements or life goals saying, if I see someone in trouble or in need, I vow this, or I vow to help, or I vow to show up. And so what that does is it creates a bigger space or a bigger space to create compassion, right? To see a bigger amount of people, to slow down, right? It creates patience. It creates understanding. It makes me slow down and back up, right? And so all those things can be translated back into your art practice. And so when I take an image, number one, I think everyone is beautiful, and I'm a portrait artist. I think everyone is beautiful. I see beauty in lines and wrinkles. I take my time. I breathe. I back up. So the same things that allow me to hold space with people because of the things that I've gone through, and I see the same things in other people, or I learn to be sensitive to people is the same way that I'm allowed to approach my art, right? And so our life experiences impact the way we navigate or walk through life, right? We're either overwhelmed and then we come back to our natural setting of peace and quiet, and we have to, instead of resetting a room, we have to reset ourselves, right? Back to love and peace and kindness. We have to reset ourselves, right? I think one of the other things that, one of the biggest things about being an artist is discovering who you are. And so I've been on a mental health journey, like what is with this crazy artist brain, because we can be hyper focused and spend 10 hours in the dark room. And then it's like butterflies, sparkly things, right? And so I really wanted to know why does my mind think the way it does? Why am I able to organize, a conference for 500 people, no problem, and then fall apart for a birthday party for 20 children of 7-year-olds, right? Like tears, nervous breakdown, my friend has to come and rescue me. But 500 people in Bermuda, no problem, cool beans. 20 kids, chicken nuggets and cake. And that, so I wanted to know how my mind thought. And so through that journey, I found out that I was on the autism spectrum and that I have high functioning Asperger's. So in my work with special needs children, that also creates compassion for people. And so a lot of people in photography, a lot of people have self-image problems. I don't take good photographs is a thing that I hear a lot. So what I say is I do a lot of breathing because of my work with trauma. I do a lot of trauma work with my clients. So I said, all right, let's take a sip of water. I want you to breathe through your nose. And so I use my trauma, holding space with trauma victims with my photography clients to get them to relax. And then my work with special needs children to do things very quickly and easily. And so I bring all of my experience into my practice. And then I use my eye and things that I've seen around the world to bring into my art. So I think everything matters, right? But I try not to take myself too seriously, right? That's the hardest part.
It is the hardest part, because you also want to listen to yourself. Nuala, that was a great question. Thank you so much for asking it. And yeah, you want to listen to yourself, but you want to give yourself a break at the same time. You don't want to listen to.
I would like to be a lot more light and airy like I used to be. So things like trauma like make you fight or flight or make you a little harder. So one of my goals in life is to go back to that original lighter version of myself where, bubbles and butterflies, because I'm very rigid,
I don't know about that I see you as rigid. I think that Kafi, you're extraordinary. I think everyone that has heard you today knows that you're extraordinary, and we love you. And we're so glad that you are our special guest today. And I hear the guest after you, she's not that interesting. So we could even take up another half an hour and continue with your talk.
And
she's not.
I don't know.
She's really boring.
I think
she's really boring.
Are we about to have Fanny transition us into the next guest?
I think this is
as I pull up my information.
This is actually a perfect transition, and I didn't even initiate it. Thank you, Vessy.
Yes, let me pull up my information.
I do want to close off with saying that, Kafi, the story we hear from you today, it's been amazing. I find throughout this whole month-long event, it's not so much, we learn so much about the metaverse, but more importantly, we learn about the people behind it. And that's where the heart and soul really is. And I think you just prove it. And it doesn't matter when you start, as long as you start somewhere. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy. And I think you set a really good model for anybody who Hesmintate, because you can do it. You just have to kind of believe in yourself and just take that first step. And I think that for me was the biggest takeaway. And without further ado,
Fantastic.
thank you, Kafi. We will be welcoming our next guest, Vessy Mink. She is collaborating with us and creating 100 songs based on the wearables dictionary, the Web3 wearables dictionary, where each phrase, each title is based on some phrase that's important in the metaverse, in the DeFi world. And you just Google it and you'll find out what it means. And I think Kafi does have a really nice, sweet introduction for Vessy. So I'm going to leave this to you guys.
All right, are we ready? Well,
Hello,
today,
Kafi.
hello, I'm going to reset the room. I want to welcome everyone to Digital 2020, where we are booming into Web3 social. And we have a fantastic guest today, Vesselina Mink, also known as Vessy. And I'm about to read some fabulous information about her. Vesselina Minkowski, aka Vessy Mink, is a Chicago-born singer, songwriter, producer. Vessy Mink got her musical start singing background vocals and playing tambourine with a band created by her sister. Vessy moved to LA in 1998, where she landed her first song license for the feature film In a Class of His Own. In 2001, Vessy's first band, the Lovesick Lunatics, released their debut album, Black Car. The second track, Hollywood Hang Me, was quickly picked up by Fox's hit TV show, The Gilmore Girls, and ran as a promo for 3 consecutive months. Vessy has had her songs licensed to a plethora of commercials, documentaries, web series, and feature films, including Apple and AT&T. She has also connected with LAFCO, LA Film Cooperative, where she learned about documentary filmmaking. Vessy has performed all over LA with an outstanding a cappella trio called the Smiling Minks and various other improvisational, I know that word, improvisational music acts. Too many languages. She had weekly musical residencies at the Cow's End in Marina del Rey and in the Downtown Cavern at the Viper Room, where I actually think I met her in LA. Following the Burning Man festivals in 2004 and 2005, Vessy landed a musical residency in Alvarez, France. After the month-long residency, Vessy was able to visit her family roots in Sofia, Bulgaria, before she went to London to record her full-length album at Fortress Studios in Hackney with a fresh new set of talented players put together by her manager at the time, Ralph Cavallaro. In 2008, she and her new fiance took the long road trip back home to Chicago, where she utilized her children's music artist skills as she taught for the beloved Wiggleworms music program for the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago. She spent some of her time writing and producing songs that help children deal with some of the challenges they face on the daily, like going to school. I'm your friendly neighborhood songwriter, she says, as she gently interjects where she finds needs for redirection and a song to be crafted. In these impromptu moments, Vessy writes gift songs, and they help children in many ways. Vessy Mink currently lives in the northwest suburbs of Chicago with her 4 children and her talented musical husband, writing and producing songs out of her home studio, and is currently hard at work after having become the musical director for the new Muppets, the Funky Eye Puppets. The HIE Funky Eye Puppets are all about Matsu, making art together, supporting unity. With many new collaborations born of Kathy Heller's 6-figure songwriting course with Catch the Moon, Vessy is a genre-bending, emotional, melodic composer that changes the air in the room. This I know. For a current catalog of Vessy's newest musical works, please contact her at vessymink@gmail.com with music interests in the subject line, or Google her or look for her on OpenSea. Vessy Mink, welcome.
Oh, I'm on the open sea. It's really quite a nice wave here, Kafi. Do you feel that? It's like a really Web3 journeyful. It's not too raging. Hi, Kafi. Thank you,
Hi,
Kafi.
Vessy.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. I feel like it's been a lifetime.
I mean, I
minute
know.
separated from you is like a lifetime. An
I know, I
eternity
agree.
squared. It is. It is.
I love you
Vesselina.
too.
You know, I think you're a princess, right?
Yes.
From the forests of Bulgaria.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Okay, we're going to get that out of the way, our personal connection. So, Vesselina, I want to ask you the same question that you asked me. Who are you? We're going to start with that one and I end with it.
Okay. Now, what a question to start with. That's really it right there. I'm the moment, Kafi. I'm a dance, I'm a song, I'm a mirror of every person that I've ever known and had a conversation with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm love. I'm joy. My name means joy. So that I think my parents named me that after my grandmother, Vesselina.
Mm-hmm.
Vesela means joy in Bulgarian.
Mm-hmm.
And so to be reminded that there's so much joy. So when we talk about cryptocurrency and blockchain, which if you look at a graph of blockchain and a graph of Web 3.0, my Web3 journey, my topic today, blockchain is one of the things. And so our currency is our time. And so I'm one small little dot, tiny little dot. And there's so many. Oh, what a beautiful world. And this moving organism on earth that we are and creating in the moment. And I'm little tiny, one little one. And I love to be around all of the dots that make up our ecosystem, our worldwide universal metaverse, as Quincy from the Funky Eye Puppet says, multiverse, what's out there that we don't know yet. And I'm so happy to be here today. And thank you so much for having me. We're totally blooming into Web3 social. It's digital 2020, the third year that it is happening. And I'm just very grateful to all of you, to Min Kwang, to BK Han from Metaverse Generation, Fanny, Celia, Eason, Kafi D'Ambrosi, Brooke, Ganster, Nulanan, Happy Metashocks, Anam, Ruin, Jean, IPC and the Funky Eye Puppets, my parents, my husband, my children, my dear friends who are my family throughout my lifetime, that I've known, that we've ever passed. So who am I? I'm you.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I will take that. So speaking.
Next question.
So speaking of the metaverse, tell me how your journey began into the metaverse. And what has it been like for you?
Coffee. I woke up early because I wanted to write down these things because one of my amazing teachers, you know him as well, the one teacher that's been around now for a year, yes, Sensei, yes, he said, be prepared, write down. And so I started to write this morning. And as I was laboring, thinking about everybody and everything that's gotten me to this moment and what the Web3 journey is, I could only first bring it back to being in the womb of my mom. And that in itself is a metaverse, yeah. Mm-hmm. And being in there. And so that's what started for me. The Web3 journey to here right now was with Mama. And so you mentioned Kathy Heller in the class that I took with Catch the Moon, the 6-figure songwriting. Mm-hmm. And met amazing people in that space for 3 months. And we wrote lots of songs together. And then there was a Sync Summit with Mark Frazier from Sync Summit, like I just said. And it was a 3-day immersion with 100 keynote speakers. And I'd never sat on any platform for 3 days, 6-7 hours every day, Zoom, meeting speaker after speaker after speaker, like really like high end people in the industry of music, film and TV and advertising. So in that way, yeah, who all have personal stories. And so that's where I got my first kind of glimpse into what it is to be just witness to other people's stories. And so then what ended up happening is that, let me see now here, the story's so long. I don't want to take up too much time. Oh, okay.
What
So
year? What year?
This was 2021. So after Sync Summit, during Sync Summit, I reached out to a few of the speakers, and one of the speakers I reached out to is Jason Rothberg, who has a room in Clubhouse called the Sync Report. And so he invited me through LinkedIn after I reached out to say hello to Clubhouse. And I went to Clubhouse, to the room, and that's where I met IPC, I Paint Creatures, the creator and director of the Funky Eye Puppets. And I sang a song because Jason had a director up on stage, Dirk Simon, giving a directorial brief about a Middle Eastern chase that was based on a true story. And there was this file that was being sought after by the mercenaries, yeah? And they needed this really like Eastern European theme by Middle Eastern, you know? And so I got up, I raised my hand and I got up on stage, and I played a Bulgarian song, and that's Jason on Clubhouse. And then he introduced me to IPC, because IPC did a poem right after and weaved everybody into it. And then we did a song together that we ended up releasing, and the song was so beautiful. It was the Bulgarian song with IPC's percussion, with another Funky Eye puppet who's called Kabuki, who's the masterful musical, like the reason anybody and everybody does music. He is the light, and he's actually blind and in real life, and he plays the cello. And so we did this immediate collaboration, not knowing each other at all, except from a moment in time. And we had the faith, and the faith hasn't stopped since then. And from there, I'm hearing some noise on your end from your mic, Kafi. I don't know what that. From there, I'll just share for about 10 minutes here and kind of just try to weave the story. And please excuse me, I'm a little nervous. From there, I started to join in the Funky Eye Puppets platform on Clubhouse and Club Creatures, and started reading these scripts that were really becoming alive as I was given the part of the book to play the singing, portion of the Funky Eye Puppets, who sings all her parts. And then IPC named the Mink director of the Funky Eye Puppets, and I'd never been given, a task like that, and I thought that was very sweet and wondered to even do it. And I've been doing it, and there are many people who are part of the music directorial portion of the puppets. Like I said, I'm one little tiny speck, and together we are an army of peace. And the world of Matsu that you spoke of is making art together, supporting unity, and it's super important. And it's the mission, I think, of myself before I met the Funky Eye Puppets and became concrete in hearing IPC speak about making art together, supporting unity. And what's interesting, Kafi, is when I met Consuelo Benson in the Field of Dreams with IPC, they did this room, and they still do once in a while on Clubhouse. Anybody can catch it if you look for the Field of Dreams Clubhouse room. I met an extraordinary person named Richard Selwyn Burnett. And I reached out to him on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, the name of LinkedIn serves the purpose that it is. If you really want to find someone, you can always reach out to them and open up the door. And so my journey into Web3, getting back to it, really is just not ever stopping and jumping in and swimming when the tide is high and swimming when the tide is low, and continuing to go through every challenge. Some of the events that I've been super lucky to be part of are the 3 NFT 99s for Metaverse Generation. And we had the guest Ade Adepole yesterday speak, who's extraordinary. And he is inspiration for NFT 99. And I'm not sure that if everybody knows that, but BK shared that with me, that it really, Ade really pushed for that. And so that, to me, just knowing how extraordinary he is. And you can catch him on the replay, everybody, on YouTube. So definitely go to TSA NFT on YouTube and watch some of those amazing clips from yesterday. And so with Ade and BK doing the NFT 99 3 times in a row, I had the grand opportunity, and I'm quoting IPC there, to meet Brooke Ganster, who's a community builder and a host, and she champions. And she basically really got me to be in formation, I would have to say, because of how she hosted the the first two NFT 99s. And, you know, when I met BK Han, I was in a Funky Eye Puppets room with Club Creatures with the Funky Eye Puppets. And I saw this little icon there, you know, this little blue-haired, blue-faced PFP avatar that looked like a Egyptian god head, right? I was like, who is this that's showing up that she does not saying anything? Who is this? And at first I thought it was a woman because it appears kind of feminine, yeah? And it had been probably like 3 weeks and I'm looking at it and thinking, who is this? Who is this? And then one day IPC introduces BK Han to the Funky Eye Puppets because the Funky Eye Puppets are creating their first NFT collection. And they're all beautiful, beautiful drawings of the cryptogami, which are the Funky Eye Puppets before the Funky Eye Puppets became the Funky Eye Puppets. So they're the ancestors of the Funky. And he introduced BK Han, and BK Han says, hey, you all have to get a digital wallet, MetaMask. You could connect it to OpenSea. And just the way that he you know, presented, you know, it, I automatically was, I'm in. And I even remember Kafi IPC saying, now guys, wait a minute, we got to keep rehearsing, you know, don't get lost in the land of NFTs. There's a big up to Brooke, that's her platform, the land of NFTs. It really is, and you could get lost. And so that began my journey into Web3 because BK Han and I started to talk, and I sent him a song. He asked me one day to send him my image after I sent him the song. I'm like, why does he want my image? He's like, I have a surprise for you. And I said, okay. And so I sent the image, and I hadn't figured out how to do the wallet yet, even though I took the steps to do the wallet. It's like those two platforms need to talk to each other, and people don't know that takes time. The MetaMask digital wallet needs time to OpenSea, and there needs to be that discussion and kind of cohesion there. And also the user has to know what they're doing, and that takes some time and education. So we find ourselves here today on the TSA NFT platform, which is a perfect platform for anyone starting up that's new in this space, or anybody that's already in the space that wants visibility and wants a team around them that believes in their project, and also believes in the whole, the DAO, where everybody gets a piece of the pie, because the success of one is the success of all. And I truly believe that. And so the cryptogami, getting back to the cryptogami, they are digital remedies for the soul, and they're available actually on OpenSea. And so if you have any questions, anybody, and you don't have that NFT yet and you'd like to have one, definitely get in touch with the Funky Eye Puppet. So back to BK Han, BK sends me back a link. It says OpenSea assets. It's a bunch of, I'm like, what is it in text, right? And I click on it and I see my image filtered. He did some artistic filter to it. And hear this song, We Found a Way. And the song that I shared with him that he minted without my permission, but it's okay, because I like that. I like guts. I like guts, and I appreciate that he saw the value in the song I sent and wanted to just show me what was possible. And in doing that, he took a chance. And Kafi, my first thought was, oh my goodness, I have to find out if that's okay from on Wednesday, the artist who produced the song with me, because something's minted and they don't know about it and they're collaborators. So my first thought was, uh-oh, I hope that's okay. And I reached out to Nick, who's actually another person I met at Sync Summit that I reached out to, who has an amazing portfolio, amazing producer. And he was like, okay, it's cool. It's not up for sale. And I want to learn about NFTs anyway. So it's actually up on my OpenSea. It just is a proof of concept. And it's the beginning of a friendship, I think, built on trust. You know, that if you have the know-how and you have all these little birds that want to learn how to fly, why not just show them how to fly? And that's what BK did. He jumped in and we've been all swimming ever since. So
right.
If I could continue on,
go ahead.
No, please,
you know,
please
what have been your obstacles in terms of your, you know, your journey?
Family wants more time with me. They wonder where mom and wife went. Where's the money from all the energy spent? Where's mom? That's the biggest one. You know, trying to make my family understand that my important work, even if it's not monetizing in this kind of way right now, it's monetizing in that the purpose of it is beyond monetizing in this way, because what we're doing is we're building Web3, and we're building Web3 with our understanding. But that's very difficult for your children, for one's children and husband to understand. Although Kevin now is totally getting it. And as soon as I can get the children, as soon as I can get the children to see how they can start building in voxels, and how, just to be
the
immersed
monetization is there. We're learning. We have to invest in ourselves first.
Absolutely.
So that we understand, so that we can
That's
learn
right.
about the monetization. And
That's
now we're
absolutely
able to monetize, right? Through TSA. And we had to learn it first before we could learn how to monetize, right? Just
Yes.
like any type
And
of schooling and learning.
Yes. And so that's the thing, Kafi, because on Clubhouse, there's so much education and rooms where people have discussed for so long, what is an NFT? What is the metaverse? How do you make money? Look at all these millionaire people. Here's their success stories. How did they do it? And so these conversations, you could be in these rooms for a long time and listen, but then you have to start to move. You have to make choices that are going to aggregate your purpose. So if your purpose is to really up level the planet globally, make sure that everybody has visibility, everybody has a chance to share their story, everybody has clean water, like Elvis Regebi, our guest the other day, with the Global Clean Water Initiative. I mean, things like that, philanthropic NFTs like Jolian Collier and Tegu Osternick, who was my first epiphany in the NFT 99. The sculpturist creating coral reef replications so that they might grow these huge, I think he mentioned one that's 15 tons at the bottom of the Jakarta Sea. That was the point where in NFT 99, that was like a 48-hour each time, 48-hour, 50-hour nonstop event on Clubhouse with 99 artists. That was a big deal. We just got through with the Michelangelo, which then was actually presented on Connect Club, which if it weren't for Happy Metashocks, I wouldn't have even known about Connect Club. So I'm so grateful. Happy big shout out to the Spaceman Commander himself, who has an amazing NFT project too. We are all doing it, guys, and we're doing it live. And we want you to join us. So don't be discouraged, get your feet wet, jump in. And remember that blockchain is Web3, and it's a digital ledger of transactions on a smart contract in receipt form. So it's just a transaction. It's just a receipt you sign. That's a smart contract.
And ETH is money.
Yeah. And ETH is money. And yesterday when Min was sharing, Kafi, she mentioned, I want to empower you basically to know how to handle your own assets and transactions. So a lot of this education is kind of cumbersome and difficult. And there was a speaker named Adrian from Croatia who was part of our Digital 2020 event in the evening portion on Connect Club, who spoke with Happy. Happy brought him on. And I just, listened back to the audio because I recorded it. And I listened back to what he was saying about, basically Web 2.0 to 3.0, the bridge, and how they call that Web 5, and that he doesn't necessarily believe in that. But I have to also disagree, because without one, you can't have the other. You cannot have one without the other. And we as a society we can't, excuse my language, damn anything that made us who we are today. You cannot do that. That's not cool. You have to give big shout outs to everything that exists today that makes us to who we are, even the things that are difficult to understand. So getting back to my obstacle, I need to find a way to express to my family how what I'm doing is valuable, even if it's not monetizing in the same way my union working electrical husband is kicking ass, in the Chicago Union, like I need to, yeah, I have to get really creative and also spend time with my children. So that's been the obstacle, to find time to do this.
Balance.
Yes, to do time, because this is a big undertaking, this 1 month long event, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I had no idea it was going to be like it is right now. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for it.
And so Vessy, what do you, to close up, what do you, I'd love for you to give your takeaway, but what do you see upcoming for you in the future in the metaverse space?
before I answer that, Kafi, I do have to say that I actually learned to make my own NFT because of Mad Bop. I had met Russell Bundy, the co-founder, with Joel Atkins through Richard from Field of Dreams. He's the first person that was introduced to me by Richard. And Russell and I had a conversation in October or November of 2021. And he told me about Mad Bop, the NFT music platform. And he said, I want you to be a performer. And so we need a 15-minute to 20-minute visual performance. And so I created one with my husband in the basement, and we set up the scene, and it was very challenging because you think lighting, production, how you feel about yourself, how just all these things. We did it, and I saw it. My friend helped me compress it, and I was like, I want to turn this into an NFT, actually. I think he just wanted the video from me, you know, because they're a music platform, but I was so empowered, and I said, I wanted, so that's my first NFT that I created of our concert. And so I sent it to Russell as the NFT. And I thought that it was going to come out of a jukebox that they had mentioned was their platform, but they didn't end up launching because so many things have to work together to make a launch happen. They're launched now, and we're still working together. And I helped promote their New Year's Eve party, which had 6,000 people come through Voxels. I didn't even know what Voxels was. Russell Bundy on the phone the day I met him said, you have to get on cryptovoxels.io. That's where I was like, what are you saying? I remember it was just like, what is that? And so I started to get onboarded, like, what's cryptovoxels? What is that? And so we all got COVID here in the right before New Year's. So we were down and out, but I saw one little clip of our performance when I tried to be in cryptovoxels because there were so many people on. It was difficult for the platform to like be able to, the data, but I did get one screenshot. And yeah, so that's my journey into Web3, and there's so much more. I know we don't have a ton of time and we want to keep on schedule. My takeaway, Kafi,
Yes.
that was the last thing, right? My takeaway is that anybody can do this, and everybody should. They should absolutely jump in from NFT NYC all across Sofia, Bulgaria. If you have heard the word NFT, metaverse, Web3, it is money. If you create anything, you can NFT it. You can have digital representation on the blockchain. You can learn how to do that, and we can help you. And there's many people that can help you. And most importantly, all the tools are there. You just need to have courage and jump in. Our fearless leader, BK Han, before this event began, sent us many images, walk in the metaverse in June. What are some of the others? All those beautiful
images.
Be brave, like all these things. There are people part of the team.
Are you an NFT creator?
Yes.
Meet us in the metaverse in June.
Yes.
Come through.
And we were like,
is that us?
What is he talking about? Yes, exactly. So the great motivator, we're very, very grateful to you, BK Han and Mink. So wonderful to meet you and to be part of your amazing journey as well. We're learning a lot. You're a great teacher, and I'm activated. So become activated,
Finally.
y'all. Yeah, become activated and don't give up, and count on your community to help you through the hard times. Keep your spirits up, drink a lot of water, and get some rest as well. Yes. That's it.
Thank you
so much,
Vessy. Oh, did you write a song for me?
We always end with a song from Vessy, so kind of have to.
I'm ready for the song. I did mention a song in Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. I did. I did.
Fanny, do you have a question?
I have a comment. I just want to say that it's so interesting to hear everyone's journey. Everyone's different, and everyone's background is so different. And I think one thing so empowering about you is that you did all of this, and you have so many responsibilities at home. You have 4 children. And like, I have 1 toddler, and I struggle to get online and like do everything. So I think it's so great that you're taking the time to do what you want to do. and to learn. And maybe
Thank
they
you,
don't
Fanny.
they don't understand from the beginning, but they're gonna see how hard their mom works and the wife works, and they'll understand. And we all support
Thank you. Thank
we all
you,
support
Fanny.
you, and we
Thank
love
you.
you, and you're an
You're a
inspiration.
I love you
you're-
too.
Just tell your family you're a CEO. You're a CEO,
Yes.
Vessy, and
Thank you.
no one,
I love
no
you.
one, no one ever questions male CEOs. Did you? Are you sacrificing your family time?
Interesting. It's interesting, isn't it? That's very true. Now, okay, so Fanny and Kafi, we're gonna write a song together. I'm not sure if anyone has any questions in Clubhouse. I don't want to. If anybody does, now's your chance.
Maybe you can play the song. Oh, someone's talking. I can hear it.
It's Lula.
Oh.
Hi, Nula.
Hi. Me again.
I love you, Nula. I love you, Nula.
Yeah, I just think it's funny when you talk about so you said my name, and it's almost like, oh, what? It's so conversations as far as I know.
Can she come into Zoom? I'm having a hard time hearing her.
Can you hear me?
We're having a hard time.
Can you come into Zoom so we can hear you? Is that okay, Fanny?
I think
If she
so.
does?
Let's see.
We have limited time. Do we have limited time?
It's about 11:30 right now. We can take one question. Unless
Okay.
Nula can speak louder, I think might have to just scream in her mic.
Nula, are you
Yeah.
there?
I'm having trouble hearing you. It must be my phone. I don't know.
Okay, we hear you now. Can you hear us? Yes, you sound louder. We can hear you. Can you put your question maybe in the chat?
Yeah.
And I'll sing a song. I'll sing a song while she does that.
Okay,
that good?
perfect.
Okay.
It's too low. It's too low. Can you hear me just now?
Yes,
No, I hear you really well. That's we can't hear very well.
we can hear you now.
Okay, very well. Right. Well, my question, right, I'll shorten it. I I was gonna say because the way people take pictures to save an image, to save a moment in time. I've noticed, in fact, I wrote about be careful what you say in front of Vessy.
It's true, you did. Thank you, Nula. Thank you. Thank you, Nula.
Is that your way of saving the moment when you take what someone says or a little nugget of advice and you put it into a song? Is that your way of taking a picture to save?
Yes.
Or did I make
Yes, it is. It's
So for
Nula,
those who
thank
can't
you.
hear us, Nula's question was, is Vessy's songwriting in the moment a way of taking a picture and preserving the moment? Thank you so much, Nula, for
It's a
that
great question. It's a great insight.
And a big up to Nula for writing that article and always championing me. Oral from the Funky Eye Puppets, who actually I believe brought BK to the Funky Eye Puppets, if I'm not correct. Is that right, Nula? Did you bring BK to the Funky Eye Puppets? Yes. Thank you, Nula. Yes, that's how I take a picture. You're exactly right. And I love to do it. And I want to shine a light on people also, because I don't think that the light is shined enough on all the stories and people. And as minuscule as we are, we could be compared to ants, right? But ants work together actually really hard to build. So yeah. Okay.
All right, I guess we're gonna end with Vessy's new song.
Well, now we have to do this. The ants go marching one by one, come on, come on. The ants go marching one by one, come on, come on.
An original song.
Okay. I'm gonna write this in a moment. Fanny, taking a picture. I'm going to take from what Nuala said. And Fanny, will you give me a word or a thought, and Kafi too, so we can do this together?
I got this: not stopping swimming when the tide is high or low.
Okay. Kafi?
Thrive is my word. Thrive and alive.
You gotta thrive. You gotta stay alive. You gotta swim with the tide. Take your pictures while you can. We're alive. You gotta thrive to survive. You gotta smile. You gotta be grateful for it all. Take your pictures while you can. Take your pictures while you can. Come on, we're all the Mega Man. Take your pictures while you can. Come on, big shout out to Joe Nix at NFT NYC. We wrote 19 songs and he invited me into artistry. You gotta take your picture while you can. Funky out puppets, I am. Hold me, dear life, as I'm cradling your excellency. All these notions that we're different, it's not true. I won't listen to the fear that comes in as it tries to blind me, because I'm on open sea, and it's a digital 2020. Yeah, we're bringing the web. We gotta swim with the tide. We gotta love. We gotta know we're gonna survive. We gotta give thanks to all that is God. When we're here, swim with the tide. We gotta know that we've survived. And one time we were at the bottom of the sea, rubbing on each other, and now we're funky free, walking on land and sea and flying in the skies. Whoa! What is that? It's evolution, baby. It's evolution, baby. It might drive you crazy, but you got to give it up for the one thing that's never gonna give up on you. It's love. It's love. It's love. It's love. Love. The only thing that's real. Mwah.
That was beautiful. Thank you. I love how you can just do it on the go. Well, thank you, Vessy.
I love how you just wrote a title. On the go, a kid's song. Let's do a children's album, Fanny, and a song for your toddler. And Kafi, you know I want to write one for Finn.
Absolutely.
I love you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to both of these wonderful women. Thank you, Vessy. Thank you, Kafi. And thank you to Min as well for sharing with us earlier. We are so honored and we are so happy. We only have about a week left of this month-long event, or maybe a little bit less. We're having our closing party next week. Sorry, I'm just
And there's a big concert coming up.
Sorry.
Are you okay, Fanny?
Today I'm doing a lot more talking than I normally am. Hold on.
Fanny. Oh, Fanny. Oh, are you okay?
Right. Okay, I'm good. Okay. So now, before I cough again, we're going to present our very, very special Web3 wearable dictionary fashion mini show featuring songs from Vessy called Let's Be Friends and Eat This Money. This mini fashion show is a preview of the big one coming up on June 27th, 28th until the 30th. We're going to have a look at the new fashion show venue. Here's the stage right here that we're sharing. And our models will be walking down the catwalk. It's at the Digital One Ocean Garden Park. And during our soft opening, don't forget to check out both this park, the Digital One exhibition building, and the TSA gift shop on Voxels. And remember to sign our guest book where you can earn yourself a free wearable. The airdrop will be only for this period of time, rewarding our users and our POAP members. And this is our way of learning to earn. So right now, the fashion mini show, rehearsal show is happening on Voxels, being live streamed on Connect Club, and will be posted on YouTube. And it features the special edition of the TSA Spring and Summer 2022 wearables, where the inspiration comes from the recent crash of cryptos. We believe everyone should learn how to build in this dip and this bear market and understand properly the basics of DeFi, blockchain, and metaverse. This is a good start to familiarize yourself with the Web3 dictionary to start understanding the lingo. This is one of our inspiration, and we hope this will help us learn together in the next couple of days. We would also like to thank a very important writer and musician, Vessy, for making our special songs for the TSA Web3 wearable dictionary, which we'll be playing today. Some of the top 10 wearables that we're presenting includes the birth of Web3 social, Let's Be Friends tops, NFT meetup, Web3 journey. Where do we go from here? Open economy. These are just some of the names of our wearables. Crypto is risky, ETH is money, build the dip, and no time to lose. So if we can get our models onto the catwalk, we can begin our little mini fashion runway show.
All right, coming to you now.
Who do we have here? Oh, I see Vessy. Oh, right. If your model has changed some of their clothing, so gonna need you to help me with announcing what you're wearing. So here I am wearing this all red ensemble. Ooh, I'm floating now. Hold on. So
I love it.
I am wearing an open economy gentleman hat. A Uniswap hits $1 trillion in volume on May 24th, open jacket in red. And my bottom is called my dream home skirt. And I'm wearing these wonderful white pump butterscotch tone shoes created by Brooke Genster. And there I am. You do a little twirl over here at the end here. Walk down.
Looking good, Fanny. Looking good.
Who needs to walk when you can fly?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Up next. Who's next?
I saw Min walking down the catwalk. She looks really nice.
Oh, yes, she is. So is she walking down yet? Okay.
She came to look at what you were wearing, but she was on the grass.
Okay. Do you want to walk down, Vessy?
Sure. All right, here I go. Will you tell everybody what I'm wearing?
Vessy is wearing, I believe, Can We Build It red hat?
Yes.
And then she's also wearing the Let's Be Friends top number 2. Oh no, number 2. Yes, Let's Be Friends top number 2, and also one of our shorts. I can't remember what the name of that short is.
These are my metaverse generation jeans.
Perfect.
I love them. I love them together with the TSA. Ooh, Lex Luker's here. I'm gonna have to womp with him right now. Lex.
So all of our wearables are created by our in-house designer, Eason Lin. We have tops, we have hats, we have these gentleman hat. We also have baseball caps and beanies. That's what we call them in Canada. Oh, I think in the US you call them beanies. In Canada we call them toques. And we also have tops. We also have some new hoodies that haven't been featured yet, but have been posting them on Twitter. We also have jeans, shorts, skirts, and of course our trusty penguin punk companions. I'm seeing Kafi come join us. Oh, she's got this beautiful Let's Be Friends top that's in green. We have multiple color. We have multiple colors in these for our Let's Be Friends tops. There are featured tops. They have our TSA teacup logo in the front and TSA in the back. And these are some of the free wearables that you can get your hands on just by signing up on our guest book. And we'll be airdropping every Friday.
I love the bridge to the yacht. This is amazing.
We've been constantly adding more and more things to this. As anyone can see on the right, behind this big screen is our digital 2020 exhibition building. There are 5 levels to this. If I can just tell you what the 5 level includes. Level 1 is our press releasing room and our social impact art project. This is where you can sign the guest book to receive free wearables. Level 2 is our exhibition area where you can present your artwork. Level 3 is filled with work of our feature artists. Level 4, we are working with local visual art school to help present the works of those students. And if you have time after this session, you're in Voxels, or you can come whenever you want. This place is open 24/7, 24 hours a week, 7 days a week, and you can come and visit.
And they can sign the guest book, Fanny, right? They can sign it in any of the, they can sign it in the boutique, which they can sign.
They can sign it here. There's also, I think, the guest book still in the Tisa gift shop. Yeah. And every day you'll see the artists have been adding more and more artworks to it. Level 5 is another exhibition with projects for charitable organizations. And we're working with many of them to help raise money and organize events in the metaverse. You'll also see we have a little pool area. So, you know, this is going to be the location.
I'm going there now.
Yeah. So please don't forget to take a walk for us if you're in Voxels, and we're looking forward to seeing you on June 30th for the exhibition and the closing party.
Do we have a press release coming up?
We should.
On the 29th, I believe there's a press release coming up. I think that we're doing an interview with Voxels.
We are having an interview on the 29th with Voxels. We're so happy to be a part of here. And oh, wow, this person looks amazing. Min, do you have anything to add before we sign off for today?
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
I do also want to mention that if you would like to get a POAP NFT, you'll need to register through the Eventbrite so that you can have access to it. And to learn how to claim your POAP NFT, your magic boxes, to learn to swap and stake and more, we have many tutorial videos on our YouTube channel. And you can find these videos also on our live streaming site on www.icashrewards.ca. Learn on your own time. So we made it very convenient for you that way. And also note that right now you can get your POAP for $5. So please register, because this price will increase dramatically to our standard price of about $100 as voted by our community after the event ends. So hurry and get your POAP so that you can access all the digital 2020 events and lifetime events and training classes on the Digital One Network business, on Metaverse Voxels, on Sandbox Division and Connect Club, and come to our gated NFT and pass.
How pretty, look how pretty that is. For those of you who can't see the screen, you have to go to YouTube to check out just how cool this live stream is that's happening right now. In the chat and Clubhouse, everybody, I posted all the links to the Voxels coordinates but they're all also pinned at the top if you would like to find them that way.
We'll be ending our live stream fairly quickly soon. Do you guys have anything else to add before we end today?
Is Min gonna come back and close us out, Fanny?
I just asked her. She's sharing the screen. I hope she knows that she's on mute at the moment. No, I don't think she's coming back. I think we're good. All right, well, thank you everyone for attending today's day 15 session. Again, we'll have you guys again tomorrow. Don't forget to join us again. We have one of our NFT creators, Shatterbrains. He's a student at a visual art school. His work is featured in our Digital 2020 exhibition building. He'll be speaking to us at 10:45 a.m. That's 1:45 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So we look forward to having you guys. And thank you again. Have a great day.
Thank you, everybody. And don't forget to join us on Clubhouse on the 25th of June for Vibes and Voxels. We'll be streaming there as well as in Voxels, the 25th and 26th of June. Clubhouse and Voxels live stream for all the musicians. Some will be playing live. Some will be audio recordings that you're really going to want to hear. Come hang out with us. That's 6 p.m. Eastern to midnight on the 25th and 26th of this month. We have, Fanny, also the fashion show, right? The 27th, the 28th, and the 29th. We have like the big time fashion show to take part. And if you want to, you can still, guys. There's still time to join us and to have fun with us in this 3D space. I don't think digital one's going anywhere, Fanny. I think they're going to be here for a minute, right? In Voxels. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, cool. Well, how about we close out with some Emmylou Harris?
Okay.
Let's close out with some Emmylou Harris.
I love Emmylou. Can't go wrong with Emmylou.